guys, my name is Mooshroom Xpert and welcome back to my How to Make Better series. The story picks up even more as today we will be covering episodes 16 through 20. Episode 16, Forbidden Love. Meeting a lovesick high school student named Run, the Rangers are drafted by Emma to help Run out in winning the love of Eri, a girl in their school. While that occurs, Biggs revives Xpert, whose specialty is devouring the persistent love in human hearts. The next day, as Rin tries to win Eri's heart with the Rangers' aid, Xpert starts feeding off of the love of people by making them love crazy. Finding Robo Knight as he confronts Xpert, the Rangers stop him as he sucks the lives out of his victims and dodges the Rangers' attacks before escaping, sensing Ren's love and going after him while destroying his chances with Eri. Robo Knight tells the Rangers to worry about Ren and his imperfect heart. Jake tells him he is perfect, just lost, as Robo Knight goes to find Xpert. Troy finds Rin and, convincing him not to give up, he battles Xpert. As he tells Rin love is like a bird, it is hard at first, but once it flies it's something magical. Once the others arrive, the Rangers and Robo Knight freeze Xpert to defeat him with their dynamic attack combo. Forming Goseiger and Goseiger to battle the enlarged Xpert, the Rangers form Sky Goseiger to preform a victory charge combo to destroy the Xpert. Later, as everyone is restored to normal, Ren manages to become Eri's friend as the Rangers watch from afar. Episode 17, Robotic Impulse Part 1. After having a breakfast made by Emma, the Rangers respond to the chaos-caused Glitcher as Robo Knight saves a truck driver. During the attempt to catch up to Glitcher, a baker gets hurt in the process. Emma feels bad about it. Emma takes over her bakery to bake a birthday cake she was hired for, regardless of her lack of cooking skills. While Emma explains the baker's condition to a mother and vows to her son to make the birthday cake. The others and Robo Knight confront Glitcher. Robo Knight says where is Pink, as Noah says she is busy with a bakery, while Robo Knight says there should be no time to bake when the earth is in danger. While gathering ingredients, Emma and Noah bump into Robo Knight, who is disgusted by her actions as Noah defends her while Robo Knight rushes into battle before Noah follows. After finishing the cake, Emma arrives to help the others with flour to see Glitcher's movements while using a bowl to beat him before the Rangers execute the Sky Bullet attack to defeat Glitcher. Forming Goseiger and Goseiger, they destroy the enlarged Glitcher with a victory charge combination attack. Soon after, as the Rangers are at their base enjoying Emma's cake, Robo Knight questions the Rangers' intent to make people smile instead of their mission to protect the Earth in a curious matter. While this occurs, Shadow Serpent reaches the surface, seeing Biggs and Bluefur again. Serpent explains he has battled Robo Knight in the past, trapping him in a block of ice after stealing his shadow in their battle. Episode 18, Robotic Impulse Part 2. Biggs accepts Shadow's offer to finish things with Robo Knight. Shadow Serpent starts attacking humans by going on a shadow-eating spree. When the Rangers arrive, Robo Knight recognizes the attacks to be Shadow's work as the toxic beast reveals himself. With the Rangers unable to fight back, Robo Knight tries to fight Shadow, but Shadow takes his leave when a cloud blocks the sunlight. As Robo Knight feels that the current Rangers are too soft, but then tells himself they are only humans. At the base, Goseiger tells the Rangers Robo Knight's last fight with Shadow in the past. Goseiger says Shadow fought Robo Knight near an entrance cave and took his shadow away. Robo Knight couldn't move as a natural earthquake shook and an avalanche started which buried him in layers of ice and rock. Goseiger says he thought Goseiger until he felt his powers once again in the Morphin Grid a few days before Robo Knight appeared. The next day, Shadow resumes his attack before the Rangers intervene and attempt to use their element cards to create a rainstorm, preventing Shadow from eating any more shadows. Robo Knight then arrives as the plan fails and fights Shadow himself until the Rangers come to his aid. Understanding that the Rangers intend to help him and using their shadows as bait to trap Shadow Serpent, Robo Knight assumes his Zord form to rip Shadow's tongue off while Shadow went to eat the Rangers' shadows before using the Night Dynamic attack to defeat Shadow. When Shadow is revived through the Zombats, the Rangers form Goseiger and Robo Knight becomes Goseiger to fight the enlarged Shadow. The two formations are not strong enough to defeat the Shadow and are broken up. While things look grim, the Rangers and Robo Knight decided to combine their Zords to form Ground Goseiger. Robo Knight says it's my move. No, it's our move, as together they destroy Shadow before it starts raining. Soon after, Robo Knight finally accepts the Rangers and says he will aid them, but he says they still need a bit more training. He takes his leave, as a rainbow forms in the sky after the rain stops. Episode 19, Nerve damage. Noah and Jake find Troy at Ernie's as the girls are about to head out to go to the beach to watch some fireworks. But while at the beach, Blurfur sends Skyfish to carry out a scheme to cause global warming by causing his victims to feel hot on the inside and turn on their air conditioners. The girls find Skyfish and transform, but soon find themselves at a disadvantage by feeling overheated in their own suits until the male Rangers arrive. However, they are no match for Skyfish's super speed as Noah too becomes affected by Skyfish's attack as he uncovers Skyfish's weakness shortly before Skyfish escapes. As Skyfish continues his attack, he discovers that the village he is attacking is ecologically minded, setting back his plan. An enraged Blurfur kidnaps the girl Rangers in blind retaliation. Learning of the kidnapping, Troy and Jake head out to the Cape with Noah joining them, as his elements are needed to deal with Skyfish, while trying to keep himself cool along the way. They arrive as Skyfish lights the fuses on several fireworks to send the girls to a firework-themed death. Jake morphs then fights Skyfish while Troy morphs and tries to keep Noah cool as he fights off the loogies. Troy uses his wind card to cool off Noah as he morphs while Jake uses his vine cards to tangle up Skyfish. Noah uses the isolate card, and freezes Skyfish for the others to smash him to bits as Tensou uses Dateable to save the girls. They quickly transform to angrily attack the now giant Skyfish. While this is happening, Robo Knight finds Vrak trying to enter the ancient Ultra Cave. Robo Knight doesn't attack him so he could see what happens. Vrak flees away after not being able to enter the cave. Robo Knight rushes to go Goseiger what Vrak was doing but sees a huge Skyfish and says he must help the Rangers out first. The Rangers form Ground Goseiger. With Tensou in Dateable attack mode, Ground Goseiger is able to finally defeat Skyfish. Later that night as everyone watches the fireworks, Noah catches a cold and the others decide to take him home. Meanwhile Robo Knight is at the base telling Goseiger what Vrak was doing, as Goseiger says they need to tell the Rangers. Episode 20. Ultra Power. In the Landiras hideout, Vrak tells Biggs about the ancient sword. Biggs tells Vrak that he has a monster that could help. At the base, Goseiger tells the Rangers about the ancient cave and that they need to get it before Vrak does. Robo Knight tells the Rangers where the cave is located. Vrak sends the giant Distractor. When the Rangers find Distractor and form Goseiger to fight him, they are caught off guard by the Toxic Beasts as he resurrects several other members of the Toxic Beast that the Rangers destroyed. The revived monsters overpower Goseiger before a giant Robo Knight intervenes, revealing that the Rangers' opponents are nothing but illusions. After all this, the Rangers exit Goseiger to find Robo Knight fighting Distractor. Goseiger tells the Rangers to hurry and go find the cave. As they arrive to the site of the ancient cave, they find Vrak and seemingly drive him off after an attack. The Rangers are able to get through the barrier to the ancient cave when Vrak returns and steals it away, revealing that he had used them to break through the barrier before fleeing. At the base once more, Goseiger explains that the ancient sword has vast dangerous powers that makes Troy curious, but Tensou interrupts the message to tell the Rangers that Vrak and Distractor have returned and are attacking. As the Rangers and Robo Knight arrive to fight, Vrak uses the ancient sword to power up Distractor and make his illusions real. As the revived Toxic Beasts overpower the Rangers, Troy realizes that the ancient sword is fighting against Vrak. Troy grabs the ancient sword and senses that it is only angry and dangerous because it fears its own power. Troy offers a place of safety through the Rangers to the ancient sword, which causes it to transform into the ancient dragon header. It summons its companions, the 5 ancient Goseiger headers, and they insert them in the Ultra Swords for each of the Rangers, transforming them into their Ultra mode. The Rangers feel a surge of energy as Robo Knight watches on before they begin their attacks. We start with Jake as he caps his toxic spray as he damages Hisser, and we go to Emma who attacks Mummy as she burns him then hurts him. We head to Gia who fights Psychotic as she launches him then slashes him, as we go to Noah who is facing Skyfish as his shark shield covers him while he uses his Ultra Sword to attack him. We lastly have Troy who fights both Kazarin and Glitcher using his dragon slashes and blows them back to Distractor. The Rangers put their morphers in their Ultra Swords, then their Ultra Goseiger dynamic cards in their morphers, and blast Distractor and his fellow Toxic Beasts with their Ultra Goseiger dynamic blast. The Rangers thank the ancient Goseiger headers for their help as the headers become ancient Goseiger power cards to summon them for later. Back in the cave, Vrak is confronted by Biggs and Blurfur who express their disappointment in his actions and failure. Biggs says we will avenge the fallen in time, while Vrak says I promise my lord. Please like, comment and subscribe. Also check out my Ko-fi link down below if you want to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, we have finally launched merch. Without further ado, my name is Mooshroom Xpert, and may the power protect you all.